Good morning. Good morning, guys. How are you? Nice to have you join me this morning. A lot of happy traders today. Nice trade we got going on with the Aussie US dollar. Another one of the $1 million trades, as you've witnessed in the past. And you're curious why we took the trade. I made a post on our blog, which you should read. Here's the post. The sentiment data tells us a story. Aussie US dollar, our outlook. So you can read that there and see why we entered into a short position here. It's basically playing out just as we had suspected. Okay, and if you're not signed up for those alerts on the blog post, you should sign up here on the right hand side. Subscribe and receive an email notification when new blog posts are published. Good idea to do that so you can stay ahead of the game and get all of our latest analysis and updates. Okay, get a fresh perspective of the markets and get you some info that could potentially make you some money. Then you can use that money and join the school and learn how we do what we do. All right. All right. So let's get things started, shall we? Today, I just wanted to spend some time looking at the market and looking at the news headlines and seeing what's taking place. Here we got the S&P. Let me just, here we go. There we go. So we have the S&P rallying, and we were talking about this before. What is causing this rally? And we have some institutional demand that came into play. So we're bullish the market right now because of that demand. And we did some analysis for members looking at the CFTC data, and there's a lot of evidence to suggest this bullishness. And so, as you can see, it's playing out exactly as we had outlined for members. And on this journey up, it is coming into a supply area, as you can see, all right? And this supply now is going to be putting short-term pressure on the markets to the downside. Okay. And there's a really nice tool. Don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but if you go to finviz.com, it's a good website. And they have this heat map that I like to look at. Right here, you can click on the heat map and it'll give you a look at, some of the biggest companies, the markets, some of the bigger companies, and show you its overall performance. Okay, how it did for that day, how it did for that week, and so forth. So this was as of yesterday because obviously market's still closed, so there's no data. But I would not be surprised by the end of today if you see mostly red here on the screen. And it'll be because of the S&P contacting supply. All right, so we're going to have some short-term bearishness on stocks today and likely for the next couple days. Okay, so going into the rest of the week, this is what we are expecting. Okay, here's the arrows I drew as an indication of what I expect price to do when it comes into this demand zone. And as you can see, it's done exactly what we expected, okay? Contacting the supply. All right, so with that in mind, let's peruse through some of the headlines. So futures are down, S&P, Dow. So we know why the S&P is down, because of supply. Let's look at Nasdaq. And Nasdaq also hit some supply here. It's on a lower time frame, but you can see it's been contacted right here. Look at that contact. Contact supply within pips, and then we see the reaction. So expecting over time for price to do that. And Dow. Supply is a little bit higher up, but reacting early because of the other markets. So stock futures slip after Dow notches longest winning streak since December. Longest winning streak since December, because of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish, not really even bullish weekly candles. All right. So Uber reports first quarter results that beat expectations for revenue, but post net loss. Let's take a look at Uber. For any of you that are wondering what's going on here. So I was tracking this one, but there's not enough history on the chart for me to be that interested in trading it. But let's take a look here. Looks like it is coming into some demand, rallied up. Yeah, it looks like it could actually, yeah, it's actually inside of a demand zone. So this drop could just be a setup for retail traders to offload their shares for the big players to come and buy. I wouldn't be surprised of that. Because this area here, I'd be watching this area here. It's in it right now, and now it's gapping down into it. So that's very possible. So negative headlines to lure retail traders into selling their shares so that the big banks can come in. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Reddit shares soar 14% after coming. Okay, so let's take a look at that. There we go. All right, so this is fairly new. Yeah, it's very, very new. Too new to trade. I mean, you know, IPOs, anything that's brand new into the market, I don't like to trade it. The thing is that there's no history. If there's no history, you don't know what took place. If you don't know what took place, then how can you figure out anything, right? One of the greatest ways to know anything is to study its past. If there is no past to study, then you really can't know anything. So to trade something that has no history is very, very dangerous. So I wouldn't even bother with this chart. I would just skip it. There's so much more to trade than to waste your time on something like that. Rivian. Okay. Automotive. Okay. Like something like this as well. Not enough history. But one thing I do know is that I would definitely not ever buy this stock unless this area of supply didn't exist. Okay? Because you look at price structure and it's heading lower. And major institutions were selling here. So what does that story tell you about this company right now? that definitely buying isn't the thing that's in play right now. So you should not even be considering buying this stock when you see a chart like this. If it changes direction and demand zones are being created and buying is coming into the market, then A-okay. Good time for a buy, but not if it's looking like this. Forget that. Biden to unveil $3.3 billion Microsoft AI investment in Battleground, Wisconsin. Let's see how the market reacted to that news. Why is it doing that? So I like Microsoft stock. I do. I've been tracking it for a while. It's got significant buying that came into play, and we actually had a long signal at $378. It got as high as $429. I have a monthly target at $448. This is a good one. It's sitting in the middle of the ocean right now, and considering that the S&P 500 contacted some supply, I wouldn't be interested in buying this one just yet. Okay, I'm watching this area here. That area. As long as this area stays this zone stays in play, then selling is the main theme. Okay, that's the wonderful thing about being able to locate institutional supply and demand, because when you do your analysis and you see what's taking place on the charts, depending on trends that are created, price structure, and what zones are created and what zones are in play, you will automatically know what needs to happen for there to be a signal to buy. If you are looking at adding Microsoft, for instance, to your portfolio, and you're looking for that right time to buy and you just don't know when that right time is, the system that we use is incredible, because it's very objective, the analysis that you do. When you do it correctly, you know exactly what needs to happen for you to enter into the trade. So you set your alerts, you wait for those things to happen, and then you enter. And when you wait for the right things to happen, then the chart will be setting up for a trade. And you'll know exactly where your stop loss has to be. You'll know exactly why you're looking at that chart and why you're trading the specific zone that you're trading. So it takes a lot of the pressure off the decision making, because the Sherlock trading system has worked it all out for you. So, so the Sherlock trading system, when I look at this chart and I apply the system to the chart, I immediately know that on the daily chart, I need to wait for that supply zone to not exist, and for new demand to be coming into the market before I could get involved. So it makes my trading decisions very easy. All right, let's see. Celebrate Asian American, Native, Hawaiian, Pacific Islander month with these businesses. Stock futures slip after Dow notches longest winning streak. Trump classified documents. Okay, U.S. revokes some export licenses. Kremlin warns of huge danger. NATO. Bank of America says, do not sell in May and go away. Sell in May, go away. I remember hearing that before. Bank of America says, do not sell in May and go away. So, yeah, that's one that we were looking at, a Warren Buffett stock with supply in play, major supply on the higher time frame chart. So, for me, not a good buy. I'm not interested in buying this one until I see really good structure heading back up into supply, and the banks creating structures to attack the supply. All right. When I see that, then I'll be interested. U.S. pause shipment of weapons to Israel to head. Okay. Beer giant AB InBev beats profit estimates with Bud Light boycott set to ease 1 year on. That was a crazy situation. Shares of Wynn Resort rise after another great quarter, but are still cheap. Okay, let's see. Let's see if they're still cheap. Yeah, this is a terrible chart. No, I would never trade something like this. Okay? It's not what makes it terrible? Well, look, does that look like it's trending in any direction? I mean, why would you trade this? I mean, I don't know why people would trade something like this. I would not touch this. No. Is it cheap? How do you define cheap? How do you define cheap? I mean, if I draw a line at where price is right now, you know, how much time has price spent above it? And how much time has it spent below it? You know? Okay, so you buy it at $99, it goes to $150, you hold on to it. The chances are it's going to come back down again by looking at the chart. So why would you even waste your time buying it? I don't know. That's just how I look at it, right? To collect a 0.82% dividend, not worth it. If I'm going to buy something with a dividend, I want to know that over time it's likely going to go up, so that I make money both ways, the increase in value of my shares and the dividend that I get. It just makes smarter sense, I think. Let's look at the market movers, FMC. Disney. Ooh, what's going on with Disney? Big drop. Ooh. Well, not surprised. We have supply in play. Okay. Oh, and look at that. Yeah. You think there's insiders that know what's happening before it happens? I know for a fact that they do. I don't have to guess. I don't have to ask myself, or ponder it. I wonder if there's insiders that know what's going to happen in the market before it happens. Yes, they know. Trust me. Okay. Okay, so let's see. I'll show you an example here. Disney. So let's go on Disney. The problem child facing Disney is Hulu, says former NBC cable president. Okay. Let's do this. Social buzz, Wall Street bets, stocks, mixed pre-market Wednesday. Rosenblatt adjusts Walt Disney's price target to 130 from 137. Keeps buy rating. All right, so we had earnings. Mixed, but they knew it was going to be dropping. How do I know that? Because this is a supply area. This is the big institutions coming in and selling the stock. They rallied back up there so they could sell some more before the earnings, where price drops. Okay, and up here we have a selling area here too. There's a supply up here. So on a higher time frame, we had supply coming into play, which is the reason for this drop. Additional supply coming in here, rally, contact supply, and the drop. All right? So, yes, do they know beforehand? Yes, they do know beforehand. Would I be interested in buying Disney anytime soon? Not really. Not really. I guess the only place of interest I would have is maybe down in the 95 to 98 area. But no, I wouldn't be that interested in getting involved at that price. Okay. Let's take a look something. They changed this up a bit. Where recently viewed. Here it is. Trending tickets. Uber Shop. Yeah, Shopify is a pretty decent one too. Let's see. Yeah. Not bad. Yeah, this one's preparing for a move higher, it looks like. I wouldn't be buying at these highs. I'd be waiting for a drop. But it looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. LYFT, LYFT. How's that one doing? Yeah, it certainly needs a lift. Not doing too well at the lows. And here's another thing with price action, right? You know, yeah, we have some history. It started in 2019, but you know, when you look at where price is and you look at, has price been here before? The answer is no. This is not good. It's here for the first time. I would never trade anything that is in a position for the first time unless it's all-time highs. Okay, if I was buying something at all-time highs and the structure was telling me that's going to go a lot higher, I would hold a position there. But in terms of buying, you know, it's very unpredictable. I don't like trading things that are unpredictable. So I look at this and all I see is question marks, so I wouldn't get involved. Upstart Holdings, Affirm Holdings, Tesla. Oh, let's take one look at Tesla, and then I'll let you guys go. Tesla's got supply in play. Surprising? No, not at all. You know, if you watch previous episodes that we've done, search for Tesla, you'll see that we talked about this one. Elon Musk was selling majorly, causing some of the drops in price. Okay, drop in price, rally back up to supply, down. Supply zone created, drops price, rallies back up to supply, down. You see how that works? My supply zone's been there for a long time. If you watch the previous videos that we've done, you'll see that that supply has been there for some time. So, so we would know if price rallied up there that it would drop. Okay, looks like it just came within pips of hitting our demand area. But selling, supply zone in play, market is hitting supply. You think it's a good time to buy Tesla? Not even close, right? Tesla? Not even close, right? So these are the kind of things that I think about when I'm looking at the charts and looking for opportunities to enter into trades. All right. So that's about it, I guess. I think I'll let you go at that point. I think we're good. Give you a brief overview of what's happening in the market. Taught you a little bit about supply and demand, the dynamics, what we look for. If you want to learn more, you want to get deep down and dirty with supply and demand and learn how we locate supply and demand. How do we read all the different time frames, put them all together to figure out the storyline. A lot of good stuff at the school. And we're going to be starting up a brand new level 1 class. So it's perfect for anybody that's looking to start for the first time. You get in and start with this level 1 class, which will teach you how to locate supply and demand, how to draw the zones properly, and how to draw trend lines properly. I know you're thinking to yourself, draw trend lines properly, isn't there just one way? No. There are incorrect ways and there are correct ways. Oh, who am I to say what's correct? Well, I'll show you why it's correct. So come and join us and you'll see how we do things, and hopefully you'll learn something new and be able to apply it to your trading. All right. That's it, guys. Enjoy your day. Thanks for joining me, and hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. Share the video, all that good stuff you've heard 1,000 times before. I'll let you do what you guys do, okay? Thanks. Take care. Enjoy your day. Arrivederci. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody.